What's going on, YouTube family? It's your boy City Made back with another video, and on today's episode I got some great content coming your way, and to help me give you that I have a special guest, first of many, and let's see who it is. What's going on, YouTube family? So like I said, I got a special guest, and if you see my prior videos, one of my best friends that I've known since freshman year in high school, the one and only Jenny. Boom, right here.
Jenny Glitter in the house. How is everyone doing? I am so excited to be here with City Made, my BFF since freshman year.
Yep, long time. And today, what we're gonna talk about, like I said, the content that we're gonna bring to you is how when you establish something in your life and you wanna set a goal, how difficult that can be. Would you agree?
Yes.
So we're here to talk to you about how, give you some either good tips, how to stay strong-minded and pretty much at the end of the day, staying positive, because it is definitely difficult to feel like reaching that goal seems impossible. And I decided to do this video with Jenny because she's somebody that's very inspiring, that she's actually about to do her second competition, fitness competition at that. And if you know, that's tough. If you know, now you know. So it's tough, right? And if you want to show them actually...
This was my last competition.
Goals.
So I'm excited to bring a better package this time around. My competition's November 7th, so stay tuned. I'm sure Ulysses is going to be there, because if he's not, then can he really be my best friend? So.
But let them know I was there at the last one.
He was there. He was there.
Exactly.
And it was pretty awesome to have my family and my closest friends there. So like he was saying, I just kind of want to jump in and say, if your goal is not something that scares you to try to get towards, then it's probably not a good goal, because you want to make sure that a goal that you're setting for yourself is something that's kind of far away, but it's sustainable if you kind of work towards it. So that's something that we're here to talk to you guys about today, since he has a goal of... You want to say it, or you want?
Yeah, so some of y'all may know, some will find out for the first time, but like one of my goals is nothing crazy, but is I've cut off alcohol just to help myself mentally, physically, like focus on my goals as well. And I've been a month sober now, actually, so it's been great. Appreciate it. I feel great. Damn, they gonna act like I'm tearing up. Nah, my voice a little raspy. Karaoke from last night. You know. No, so yeah, I've been a month sober, and ever since I started that journey of my goal, I've been, just waking up better, feeling better all around. So let me ask you, since you started, this is the second time going around, right? But how do you feel knowing that, you're trying to do the fitness competition again, that's your goal? How do you stay so strong-minded with, like, what helps you pretty much to stay motivated, I guess?
So definitely, I don't know if you guys can't see it here. You probably didn't notice, but now you will. Like over here, I have pictures of my competition. I have this one, obviously, but I actually bring it out so you guys can see it. So I know it might be weird, but when you're trying to reach a goal, you're going to do what you need to do to make sure you get it done. This is the pictures from my last competition when I was on stage. And up here it says first place. So last time when I did the competition, it was kind of just, my boyfriend kind of just mentioned like doing it. It was the first day we met, so I was just kind of like, yeah, that means we get to work out together kind of thing. So I kind of got pushed into it.
Shout out to Molo.
Shout out. So I was just trying to be part of the competition, and this time around I'm actually going for the win. So the whole mindset is different. And on here I'm the hardest worker. I'm committed 24/7 to my goal. I'm excited daily to get closer to my first place bikini physique. I have the most discipline, and that is something that I tell myself every single day. And so I have it on my phone too. I have it on my watch. So it's just something that will remind me constantly on what is the goal. I'm also going to school to be a life coach, and one of the things that we learn is to have anchors. So this is an anchor for me, and it keeps me reminded of why am I doing it. I recently rearranged my room, so this used to be right next to my bed. So it's kind of, I always sleep the same way and I wake up the same way. So every time I would...
What?
I know, I'm weird.
I wake up like all the way over there, and then...
I don't move. I sleep and I stay there. So as soon as I would wake up, I would see that picture, which is pretty much this one but smaller, and then I have it in my car. And it's something that if you're not obsessed with it, if people don't know that you're doing it, then you're not doing it to that extent. And I know that you've been very vocal about it on like your social media that this is a goal of yours. Sometimes that's kind of good so that you could get people to keep you accountable. Because if he were to get a drink when he's out with someone that follows him, they're gonna be like, hey, I thought you weren't gonna drink until your daughter's birthday or something like that. So that's important to keep things in front of you, or what you're gonna do and why you're doing it, and then have accountability.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And that's why if you've seen the video I just posted, you're going to see where having those people around you that are going to hold you accountable, like she said, and are positive. So what that means is like, if they know you're not trying to drink, or, you know, if I were to see you, we go out to eat or something like that, and then I ate something.
We wouldn't go out to eat because I don't eat.
Metaphorically.
Just kidding, I do.
But like, I know she's eating well, and I would not be a good friend if I'm like tempting her, like, oh, come on, just one bite, just one bite. Like, that's when you know you got the wrong people around you, knowing that you have a goal, you have your mindset on something, and they're really there to tempt you. Like, I've been in plenty of situations already where I've gone out, go out to a bar or whatever, but guess what? I didn't drink. Hey, give me a Red Bull. Like, and that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but I can still do it. The easy thing is like, oh, just don't go out, right? That's easy. You know what I'm saying? Just don't go out, stay in your room. Just act like you're in prison. No, that's not the point. That's the easy way to do it. What really separates you of how you can really be just so strong-minded, like I'm saying, is just knowing that you can go out and do those things and being able to say no. That's really how you can still make sure you hold yourself accountable, which is really important, making sure that you can say no and, you know, that goal is still there. So that's definitely point number one.
I do want to jump in and say that for me is really exciting when I know that I said I'm not gonna, like, for me is I can't eat certain foods not because I can't eat them, but because if I eat them right now, then that means I can't eat for the rest of the day because I'm going based on calories. But for me, it's kind of exciting. I don't know if you get the same excitement when you get to say no, and they're like, why not? And you're like, because I have a goal. And they're like, but it's just this one time. It's like, but I'm still not gonna do it. And that kind of, you separate yourself from the old you and who you were trying to become to reach that goal. And every time you could say no and stay accountable to what you say you were going to do, you separate yourself and you become better every single time. So I think for me, that's exciting and that's a win. And being able to recognize those wins is pretty awesome. And that kind of keeps me motivated.
Yeah, for sure. You're right. That's true. Like, when you're able to go throughout the whole day, another day down, and you're just that much closer to your goal. So if you can give somebody like tips, you know, I know everybody's different, of course, I understand that. There might be some people that want the same goals, and it was crazy because just yesterday somebody was asking me, and I'm sure you get joy out of it yourself, or like people ask me like, you know, what do you do to stay fit, or how do you stay so consistent? I get joy out of that myself. So what kind of tips would you give somebody that has a goal in mind? You know, what can you tell them to like help them, like, because I think the hardest part is just beginning. Is the start point, you know what I'm saying? So what kind of tips would you give somebody that's trying to start a new goal, and how to stay, you know, committed, which is the hard part, to be honest?
Yeah, for sure. No matter what goal you decide that you want to get towards, whether it's like a certain weight or saving up a certain amount of money or drinking less, or, you know, whatever it is, I think it's important to get clear of where you are right now. So if you're trying to lose weight, you don't like getting on the scale, you have to know how much you weigh. Or if you're trying to save money, you have to know how much money you're trying to save so that you know what you need to do. Like, what is it that you're trying to reach? So once you know where you're at, then if you have to clarify what's the goal. So if you're trying to lose like 20 pounds, what does that mean to you? And something that I like to do, and I feel like the power of like just speaking out positive affirmations, just like I'll have on my picture, like you have to
stuff you post, I see like the stuff you post too.
Yeah, you have to declare that is already given, that is done, because the more that you visualize and you vocalize what you want in your life, even if you don't have it already, the universe will, you know, figure out ways to do it. And it kind of works with your mind as well, because if you have a goal to wake up with your first alarm and you don't have multiple alarms, if you tell yourself like, okay, maybe I'll snooze just one time, then you're already lost. So you have to make sure that you tell your mind, like, this is the goal, there's no other way, like, this is it, there's no other option. And I think that's kind of what keeps me motivated, because when my alarm rings, I have my alarm at 4 in the morning because I just want to make sure that I get my workout done. And actually, sometimes I wake up like at 3 because I'm like so excited to get my day started. Everyone always thinks that's crazy, and I used to hear it all the time from motivational speakers that they would say, when you're so excited about what you do on your day-to-day basis, like, you don't want to sleep, like, your body's tired, so you want to take a nap, but then you're ready to go and you wake up. I just get so excited to be able to show other people how to do that, I guess, which is why I decided to become a life coach. But back to your question, yeah, definitely setting the goal, knowing where you are, setting the goal where you're trying to be, and having accountability. So I don't know if you have someone as your accountability partner, or what do you use for accountability?
I don't, to be honest, by choice, I guess, maybe because how do I put it, where I think I'm just in a point in time where I hold myself accountable, which means a lot more, because you have people around you. That's why I say, like, the people you have around you, either they're gonna be there for you and help you with your goal, meaning where, like, if you do go out, those people are not forcing you to drink or whatever. So I just hold myself accountable because I know how far I've come in my life, that once I set my mind to something, like, there's no taking me away from it. I think that's really what I've learned in life. And it took time, though. That's the thing, though. It's not something like that's really hard to come by on the first try. Like, I think once you realize that, my tips, honestly, to when trying to set a goal is definitely having the right people around you. So, like, having somebody, she's trying to be a life coach. What else do you need in your life? Do you need somebody positive? She's right there for you. And you know how I am. Like, this whole positive thing is, you can attest to this. Like, it's not fake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've got so many people be like, how are you so positive all the time? Like, why are you happy? Why not? like there's nothing to be upset about. And when you have the right people around you, like Jenny, Mo, stuff like that, where they're about good vibes, they work out, they have good intentions, that just motivates yourself to want to continue to do great things. So first and foremost, like I said, is definitely having a good crowd around you. That's definitely number one. Number two is making sure that whatever goal you're trying to reach, don't make it something that seems like it's so far-fetched that you're gonna doubt yourself. So like me, it's like a short-term goal. Like, I'm sure you have short-term, long-term goals and stuff, right? And like, this whole just stopping to drink, it's not like, oh, I'm stopping to drink for like the rest of my life. It's not even that. But it's just knowing that for some people, they can't go a week without it. So, it's just doing something where, like, little by little, when you set those goals and knowing how you feel once you accomplish them, then you can stretch them out to be like, all right, this feels great. Like, yeah, I want to keep doing this. And it's crazy that, being the whole life coach, because I'm debating on, like, doing something like that. Because, like how you said, like, the joy you get when somebody asks you for your opinion, or like, hey, and the feedback that you get, I know that must be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't no life coach, but the positive vibes that I give out, and like the stuff that I say, like, on my social media, a lot of people that I may know, or people that don't know me for that long, are just like, damn, you know what? That's so true. Like, that just made me look at stuff differently. So stuff like that is really what motivates me, and whatever goal that I'm trying to attain just makes it more feasible to do. So I guess to end it, whatever goal you're trying to reach, you're trying to attain, is definitely doable. You got to have the right people around you. There's a reason why we've been friends for so long, because people that are not in my life anymore, I cut them off because they're just bad juju. Get them snakes out the grass. So there's a reason why we're still friends, because of stuff like this. She has great goals. She has great people around her, and we do stuff like this because we can support each other. So you need people like that when you tell them, hey, I have a goal, they're like, that's dumb. You can't do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So do you have any like last, encouraging words for the people? Any last things you want to say?
Before we end, I do want to thank you for having me on your channel. I really appreciate it. And for taking me into consideration for this topic. It means a lot to me, because setting a goal and putting it out there, it could be a little scary, because sometimes you are okay to just let yourself down, but when you voice it out there, put it on social media, it kind of makes it a little bit more real, and fear kicks in. So definitely, like, know that you're supposed to enjoy your life. So progress means happiness. So if you don't have anything that you're looking towards, then you're just gonna be going a day to day being bored and not being fulfilled. So definitely seek out something that in your life doesn't feel nourished and put out a goal, whether it's something small. A little win will eventually become, like you said, bigger, and maybe set yourself up for like a week, and then 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks. And if it's impossible, then definitely seek out help. There's not necessarily that you have to like go and get like a coach, which I would definitely recommend, but there's people there's people like Elisa's putting out like so much great content on videos that sometimes you just need to pick me up. So thank you again for having me. I hope that this was useful and helpful, and looking forward to doing more videos together in the future.
For sure. And then definitely another video later down the road, like I said. Probably gonna switch over to doing some vlogs. Appreciate you, like I said. I said, hey, I got this video idea. She's like, yeah, for sure. Whatever time, doesn't matter. But hey, with that being said, City Maids out. Positive vibes only. Life coach in the making. Hey, hit her up. We'll put her IG. Hit her up. You need some life lessons or something. But hey, we out. Like this shit. TRISS. Yeah, you know you like this shit. Coming in hot, everybody looking.